Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video. Guys, if you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code STARCO to get $10 worth of free stuff. To do so, it is very simple. You go in the settings, use the promo code, and you enter the code STARCO, S-T-A-R-K-O. You press OK and you will receive $10 worth of free stuff, which include 500 dragons and 250,000 gold, giving you a huge boost early on in the game. So guys, a new character is coming out on the day before Halloween, Radash. So today we're going to be talking about this character. We're going to try to guide you guys into how to build him and how to play him properly. If you enjoy the content, guys, make sure to drop a like on this video, as it is the only way YouTube knows that this content is awesome. It should be promoted to more people. So here's my Radash. So first we're going to talk about the skills, then we're going to talk about rune artifact, then we're going to go showcase him in both arena and tier 8 raid. So first of all, the skills are going to start with the passive ability. Eats absorption, gains 5% lifesteal and 3 speed for each slow enemy. If Shadow is in the party, he received the same buff, which is actually pretty awesome. But if you reduce that to level 5, I don't see that much of a difference. You lose 1 speed per slow, which is not going to be 5 slow in the team, so you don't really lose that much, in my personal opinion, by getting this ability to level 5. If we go with the third ability here, trick and treat, start with 2 turn on cooldown, remove all debuff and apply them to random enemies for the same duration. Heal himself by 200% of his magic. Radash and Shadow recover 40% of their turn meter. Now the only part that sucks here is that if your ability block, you cannot remove your debuff, so that kind of sucked for that. I wish they actually had the actual it cannot be prevented from ability block. I think that will be awesome, but I do believe that if you use this guy against a team that blinds you or something like that, I think that's actually outstanding. Probably a perfect counter for Garrett, because you remove all the blind and just fly it to Garrett right away. So I think that will actually do a pretty solid job. Now the second ability, first we're gonna check what you get at level. Yeah, the transfer all debuff is at the end, so this is probably the most important ability to get level 6. We're gonna get back to that in a minute. Second ability, Ice Fire, start with 1 turn cooldown, deal 20% magic damage to all enemies. If the target is slow, inflict burning for 2 turns, so it's actually pretty nice. If you reduce that to level 5 instead of 6, you only lose 30% of magic damage. So I don't think this is a game changer. And then the last ability, the first ability, Blistering Cold, the basic ability, deal 260% of magic damage to an enemy, a 75% chance to inflict slow and burning for 2 turns. And if you reduce this ability to level 5, you lose a big 25% chance to apply slow and burning. So I do believe that this character is going to be this ability is going to be very important to get to level 6. So my priority list for the ability, guys, to get to level 6 will actually be most important is, nope, not this one. This one, the third skill, trick and treat, is going to be very important because it transfer all debuff. Then second position is going to be basic ability, because of the 25% increased chance to inflict slow and burning. And then the third ability to get to level 6 will be this one, to get a little bit more speed. And then lastly, yeah, this one, that does not change much if you have it at level 5 or level 6, but if you get it to level 6, it can be a little boost. So let me get a little drop of water here, guys. Okay, apparently I had some issue in my throat. Okay, so now we talk about the ability. How do you use those abilities? Pretty simple. You try to apply slow with the first ability. You try to use a second ability when you have slow on the target, and you try to use the third ability on cooldown. Well, pretty much the rotation is going to be third skill on cooldown, then second skill if slow is applied on target, if slow is not applied on the target, first skill, then second skill if everything else is on cooldown. Pretty much, actually no, Second skill is only if you have slow on the target, is my personal opinion here. Well, inflict burning for 2 turns action, not that important. So I guess it's depends if you need the it's better to just apply slow. If you have slow on all the targets you need slow on, then you can just use the second skill. But I think the second skill is just going to be a backup skill, to be honest. Third skill on cooldown, well, if you have debuff, obviously. Obviously, if you have debuff, if you don't have debuff, healing is always great. But yeah, third skill on cooldown, then first skill. And then if you know the target, the only target you can target already has slow, you're gonna go with the second skill on that target. It's kind of weird that the first skill is more important than the second skill. I don't see that often on certain characters, but guys, on this one it is the case. So next we're gonna take a look at runes. Obviously, he has a lot of slow and burn, so potency is going to be very, very important on him. It's going to be everything. So you want to go full potency set to get as close as possible, 100% potency. Secondary stat, well, primary stats. First primary here, northeast. You want to go speed. South, you want to go damage, since we don't really get a critical chance or critical damage buff with him. Damage is going to be the way to go. And the northwest potency, primary, you want to go potency, and after that, secondary stats, you want to go potency and speed. Those are the two stats that matter. So you can see here, speed's potency, speed potency, speed potency, speed, missing potency here. Then here, speed potency and speed potency. So you can see the pattern, as much speed and potency as possible. In theory, with normal runes, 3-star runes, you want to reach at least 180% or 180 speed and 80 potency. That will be the target. Now, if you can get those numbers where they are here on the test server, that is outstanding for this characters. But overall, yes, you want to have that 180 speed and 80% potency. And then artifact, obviously you want to go with a potency artifact to get that potency up, which is Paladin Limp is the easy one to get. So this is there's two potency purple artifact, guys. There's this one, another one as battleground reward. So this is the only one we look at, but both are pretty solid. Basically it's just a potency that's important here. We don't care about the armor, we don't care about the special ability, we just want to get that potency as high as possible. You can see here, getting 12% potency brings me to 100% potency. Otherwise I'll be at 88%, which is not as good. So this is literally how you build and play these characters, guys. Next we're going to be jumping into a demon team with a Shadar lead for this guy, and we're going to be jumping in arena and tier 8 raid and see what they can actually do together. And obviously this is mostly magic damage, so we're going to be fighting tier 8 raid. We're gonna go Mega Wheel and Ardok. I do know I do have Kira on this team and buff. We're actually gonna be playing with buff too, but we're going to use Shadar lead because I want to see how it works, and buff is actually physical damage. So I think Mega Wheel is really going to be where we're going to be able to do some decent testing playing that slow, but it's not as optimal as building one physical team and one magical team. But that will require me to actually roll for building runes on characters, other demon characters, for like a couple more hours, and I did not feel like doing that. So we're going to do whatever testing we can do with this team today. So let's jump. We're going to be testing the new Shadar leadership too at the same time, so that's going to be awesome. So let's jump into arena first. Let's pick a team. We're going to pick a interesting seed. That's going to be some team action. Maybe not. I'd rather put all magic damage in a team like that, so I don't think this is actually the best team for that. Maybe for arena, I don't know. We're gonna test a goblin team here to see how it goes, especially testing this guy. That's gonna be interesting to see what we can do. We're gonna remove that. Obviously we're gonna select our demon characters, this lead with that and that. So 146,000. So in theory we should be able to beat this team, especially that we have 25,000 power over this team. But that's going to be very interesting to see what we can achieve, because I have not tested anything yet. I have not tested a single thing for Radash. We're literally doing all the testing right now. So let's see what's gonna happen. So first I want to ability block this guy, which I fail, which is not good. We want to slow him, so slow actually work. Then next we want to speed up this one so we can actually apply the stealth on most target. Now that this stealth got nerfed to mage and the ranger, I believe, so we don't actually get it on buff, but that is totally fine. Now that we have the guy slow, we're gonna try to kill this guy pig wall, because pig wall is massive damage, so we're gonna try. Actually slowing him is really nice. And then we're going to use the second ability because we have 2 slow. So now it is time to use the second ability to apply burning damage on them, which is going to give us some good extra damage here. And we do apply a lot of slow with that Shadow Art leadership. Now that's actually outstanding. So let's go with that. Let's go try to do some days, which we actually fail, but we still should be fine here. We don't really have debuff here, so we should not actually reach that. Well, we recover 40% turn meter, but Shadow Art is almost full, so we're gonna wait an extra turn for that. So meanwhile, we're just gonna try to reapply that slow. We reapplied that slow, so that is great. Now we can actually use that Spinorama, kill pig wall, so we are in business here. So we definitely gonna be able to kill that very easy. So with the team we're facing, we are not really able to see how the third skills actually work, because it's almost pointless to use it at this point, because we don't have debuff on us and our turn meter is pretty maxed out here on both characters. Although we could get this guy going again pretty fast, but I don't see the point of doing it right now. So we're still gonna wait and see how it can go. But you can see this guy actually take a good care of this team, take a good care of the goblin team, which is actually pretty interesting. So we got a couple, so we're gonna try to ability block this one. Now we got slow on everybody, so we're gonna give this guy his AoE right away, so we can actually do some good damage, apply some bunch of burn, talent again, and then just finish those bastards. It just feels too easy with this team, to be honest. But yeah, definitely a very strong team. Now we do have some debuffs, so we can actually use that third skill. So by using that third skill, I only removed the debuff on him apparently. I thought it was on everybody, so it's only from him, so it's actually not that outstanding skill, to be honest. But it gives 40% turn meter to Shadow, which can actually be very useful. But definitely this team works very, very great together. I like it. A lot of slow getting applied and a little bit of extra AoE damage and stuff like that. If he gets blinded, that's actually a great counter too, so that is pretty awesome. Okay, so that was the arena gameplay. Next we're going to jump in tier 8 raid, which we're actually going to try every single phase. I want to see what this team can actually achieve in very single phase. We might actually just replace Kira in one of the phase, because buffs still apply the slow in every single phase. So okay, so next guys, now we have the proper screen for the raid. We're not calculating anymore, so we're gonna be jumping in all phases. I want to test all phases, guys, and we do have a test to do. Can Radash actually blind Salia? So that's gonna be something very, very, very interesting to see, because he is supposed to transfer the debuff he gets to the target. So that's going to be very interesting to see if that can happen. So let's jump against Salius here. We're going to switch this team. Earlier I messed it up. I thought that was magic damage against this one when it's physical damage. So we're going to switch this up. Definitely we're going to bring back Akira in this team. So let's go in the demon Kira, and let's get the job done here. And obviously we're gonna keep Shadar because he is slow on everything. With his leadership is just outstanding. Pretty much everybody applies slow all the time now, which is so awesome. That is definitely a game changer leadership, in my personal opinion. So here we're gonna start with that. Obviously we're gonna go with that again, so we can actually stealth right away. That could actually be useful, right? Now obviously he is magic damage, so we cannot be really crazy here. He's not going to do a lot of damage, but the test is to see, can he actually apply the blind back to the other target? And that's going to be very interesting to see here. That is going to be so interesting to see. Now we're going to just go attack that. Apparently we're stuck with those goddamn bastards. I should apply ability block them both, but apparently I was too busy talking. So this is definitely not going to be a good fight. But let's see how this is going to go. So let's use that. Hey, sure. We can stealth again. We're gonna enjoy that. Here we can actually do that. See, the damage is terrible because of that. But now it is time of the test, guys. We do have the blind on the Radash. Can it be applied to Solius? Now we're not targeting Solius, but it did get applied to Solius because the only character in the game that can actually blind a guild boss, guys, is now official. Radash can do. Hopefully it's not a bug and they're not going to be changing that because that is awesome. Well, my personal opinion anyway. Can we lose the goddamn taunt here at some point at this? That's the problem with slow here. I should have brought something that do some ability blocks to not have to deal with that, but whatever. At some points we're gonna either kill that bastard or remove his taunt, and we're gonna be able to start doing some work on the boss at some point, I guess. Trying to switch my physical ability as much as possible so we can actually take care of that. Seriously, man, like 1 damage here. There we go. Okay, now we can go back to that, but we're gonna get blinded, so that's not gonna be very useful, but we can actually try to do some damage before. So we got no slow. There we go, some slow. That's much better. Here we go. They're both dead. So next turn at least we're gonna be able to have 1 turn without the ads. So that's gonna be quite useful a little bit. Gonna allow us to do a little bit of damage. I'm not expecting to do crazy damage here because we don't actually have anything, you know what I mean. We only have 2 good physical attacker, which Kira and a buff, so I'm not expecting crazy, and we don't have a buff removal, so it's not fully optimal, but the blind is so useful. It's so freaking useful. That is actually outstanding. Now here we don't need to stealth, I guess. We could have stealth, but I don't think we actually need. But I do love this Radash kit, to be honest. We definitely did not go with the perfect team here, but we're still doing this pretty damn well, to be honest. Oh, resisted every single attack. That was pretty bad here. And we didn't bring a healer to apparently. Damn. Now, obviously, with a much better team, we could have done much better here, obviously. But hey, that's gonna do the job for this this testing. It's gonna be more to see in the next round of testing, to be honest. So here, yeah, I was expecting that again. We're gonna test it again. Can we really apply? Yeah, on demand, man. We can blind on demand this Solius guy. That is actually outstanding. Is outstanding. Okay, let's finish this on autoplay here because this is getting very long. Still gonna be doing about close to 10% here with this team. That's terrible for this team, having a buff in the team, to be honest. So definitely she'll be bringing more TMR here in this team to actually make that happen. Buff lane might actually be better, less slow, but maybe more damage. Now we're gonna restart this raid. We're gonna jump into phase 2 next, which should be a lot better for this team, I think. Maybe not, maybe we'll see. We will see. I think that's going to be useful to be able to transfer the debuff on the other team. I think that's going to be very useful for the next 2 phases, in my personal opinion. So let's go in this one. Let's set up the team. Yes, a long video today, guys, but we are testing all this crap. And let's see who we're gonna use here. Demon, bring me the demon. So obviously we're gonna keep the same 4 guy here. It's time to drop Kira. Event for Mega Will, it is time to drop Kira. We're actually gonna be bringing my boy Mordoom in there instead. I think that's gonna work a little bit better for this team, and especially for the last phase. That's going to be so much better. So let's jump in there and let's see how this is going to go. But seriously, this is the optimal gameplay for this character, so just showcasing him a little bit in the initial testing. Obviously we're going to be able to find much better team for him in the near future. Here I want to get my talent out as early as possible. Now we did not apply the slow. Did not apply the slow. Did not apply the slow. And we got a full slow on our team. That is terrible. But the advantage here is that if we still get the slow at the next turn, we can actually use a third skill to transfer it over, which could actually be pretty awesome. But now we do have a few debuff apply. We get all that. Oh, can that pain be transferred? And that pain was removed. Apparently they did not remove it from the guild boss. I guess. Okay, let's see that. Oh yeah, you can apply pain here. So that's actually pretty awesome. It's actually awesome. Actually increase the damage it's going to be taking. If we can actually stack that pain on him, that will actually be very, very useful, to be honest. So obviously we're going to make him go as often as possible so we can get that pain rolling as often as possible. That will be out to stay, but we need the pain to be applied to us too, obviously. No need to heal yet. Soon it will be time to heal though. Okay, now we applying pain on all of them. That is outstanding. So that's actually pretty awesome, to be honest. It is pretty awesome. They take a lot more damage. We got some blind out there, man. We're doing crazy. Let's do that on him so he actually survived good. So now he takes extra damage, so that gives us a lot more damage with that pain. I think I love this. I definitely love this. Okay, that pain can actually be removed though, so with time it gets removed, so it's still pretty decent damage. A good 10% so far. We didn't pay attention to the side people yet. That's actually quite crazy. That's actually quite crazy. Okay, now we don't need to do that. We can actually kill all that and just deal with the pain, man. That was so painful. Okay, talent is back. Who's gonna get a free turn? This one, I guess. He does good damage here. We're gonna apply the slow, which is nice when we did not have a slow to be applied. It's still doing a lot of damage here, to be honest. I did not expect that much damage, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. Definitely transferring the pain was something. Now we're about to get one shot in the minute, so we're just gonna do as much damage as we can this round. Oh, we did not get one shot. That's awesome. Well, let's apply the pain there. Let's heal up. Let's give this guy a free turn so he get one more big ability out. Well, big is a big word, but you know, with pain, obviously. Hey, we actually survive again. That is great. Oh, 17% damage. That's actually pretty damn nice if you ask me. 17% damage here. I do want to see who actually did the most damage. That's going to be pretty interesting. And apparently it's Radash. So Radash did 300,014 damage because of all the burning and I don't know, maybe the pain count. So actually that was actually pretty outstanding damage and did almost 700,000 damage. So I definitely like my Radash here, especially been against guild raid. I think it's outstanding. You can apply pain to make a wheel. You can apply blind to Solius. I think that is actually outstanding. So next we're gonna restart this raid one more time. We're gonna jump into the last phase here. So let's start this again. Start raid immediately. Let's jump in against Arduk and let's see how this is gonna go against Arduk. Obviously we're gonna switch this team around. Let's pick our demons again because we gotta bring the demons. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the demon team we're gonna be using, and let's see how the damage is gonna go on this phase. That's going to be interesting to see what can happen here. We're not going to be able to cast ability block or stun back to the other team, so that's going to be very interesting. Obviously I want to get the talent rolling as early as possible, and let's try to apply some slow. We failed on the first slow, sadly. Okay, slow has been applied here. Let's go with this. We're just gonna ignore this guy. He's not gonna do that much damage. which is gonna do as much damage we can. Burn damage actually does a lot of damage on the guild boss. Well, not a lot, but some decent damage, so we try to use it as much as possible, obviously. We don't have any buffs, so it's useless to actually use the ability. Also, that third skill, if you need heals, it will heal you too, so it can actually be quite useful. But right now, we don't need anything, so we're just gonna use that here so we can actually get that count rolling again. Also, you can increase the turn meter of your Shadar if you need to get the, you know, anything rolling with your Shadar to speed up anybody else. That can actually be quite useful too. Okay, this one is not gonna really have any debuff worth reapplying to the other team though. Maybe some bleeding, I think that will be the extent of it, so it's not gonna be optimal, to be honest. At least I don't think it's gonna be, but we're still doing some great damage here. We're gonna speed that up so we can actually do that crazy ability. I love this ability. Here we're gonna increase the turn meter of Shadar so it goes again fast. We're gonna do that, we'll get a taunt. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty solid. A little bit of stun, we can survive that, obviously. We don't really have to worry about the side people here because they don't do that much damage with all the debuff we have going on, which is pretty awesome. And plus this guy does decent AoE damage too, which is pretty awesome. No need to actually speed up anybody there, so we're just doing the damage. Very interesting if we can get close to 20% damage here. It's actually quite interesting without using the buff leadership. That's something we're trying out to here. I'm gonna speed the turn meter of this guy. Big ability here, crazy ability actually, and then we can do that again. Turn meter on everybody. Here we go. Good AoE damage. Another taunt. Man, this is actually a great team. Maybe buff lead will actually be better. Probably buff leads will be better because of the TMR you can actually apply. I think that will be better for this phase, but this is going so good. A lot better than I expected. And those two guys are going to die from the burning, so I don't even have to worry about them right now. All I got to worry about is to smash as much as possible. See? They're both dead, which is pretty outstanding. So we're definitely going to be able to do 20% damage, probably even more, if it keeps going as good as going right now. Now, no need to heal yet. I don't know why I went AoE here. Whatever. On AI play, it's not going to be that good though, because it's not going to be able to sync that third skill for when you actually need to sync it. So that's definitely going to stink, but also it's increased the turn meter of him, so that can actually be quite useful too, I guess. Oh, 4 burn, that's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to be interesting to see who actually does the most damage at the end of the fight too. That's going to be very, very interesting to see here. But yeah, 20% should actually be quite easy unless we get one shot at one point pretty soon. I think that's going to be the only reason if we don't make it further, to be honest. Because so far, this is going very, very well. Now, turn meter increase, because we want to get that third skill from Shadar as often as possible. So I guess we could actually add it in the rotation. But yeah, this is actually going much better than anticipated. With Buffly, we could even do better. Some people on the test are saying that Radash is trash, which I totally disagree, because he actually, at least in the raid, he actually do stuff that is outstanding. That is very, very important to be done. So I'm actually quite happy about his performances in the raid, to be honest. Okay, now let's finish that Untitled play. That lasted long enough. Oh, that lasted very long. Now, apparently, he is mostly immune to everything and resists to all the slow now because he has too many stack up there. That's the advantage. If you could get some TMR in this team, that'll do much better. Replace Kiri with a little Betty might actually do better, but we still did over 1 million damage here without the buff leadership, so that was actually outstanding. So that was our review pretty much for Radash. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if we can actually look at the damage, look at him, he was the main damage at this team, so that is outstanding, doing more damage than Mordum, so that's actually pretty damn solid. So definitely I'll give this guy a big score for being a useful character. Obviously it's not going to be a top mid in the game, but it's going to be a very good character for tier 8 raid without a single doubt. So guys, if you have any question, comment, feedback, there's a comment section down below. You can join me directly on my Discord server and ask me any question there directly, or just have access to all my Dragon Champion guides. To join the Discord server, check the link in the description down below. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.